Alright. Alright, what are we doing again? This is the Angry Video Game Nerd the Movie review. It was actually requested. This movie was actually requested by some guy. Oh gosh, 1 second. He commented on my thing though, and so it was really cool of him to comment on it. And he said, "You should do a review of the actual movie. I'm going to see it in Toronto."
You want me to keep this rolling?
Here you go. Okay. This video is actually recommended by Eater of Worlds 12, so thanks, man. Alright, so this is what I think about the movie. The first thing I noticed is that the movie opens up. This is like spoiler free, by the way. It opens up with him shouting out to the fans in a way, you know. So he's actually showing YouTube videos of his fans shouting out to the nerd. He didn't forget the fans, but the whole movie is like a big shout out to the fans in general. But it's like, you know, like, I love the nerd, I love the nerd, I love the nerd. So we get it after a certain point. It's like, okay, yeah, thanks, we get it, you know. Everyone loves the nerd. And I know that it's supposed to set up a lot of big points in the movie, you know, the fact that the fans are just loving the nerd. But I think we hear it a little too much. There's Jeremy Suarez, Sarah Glendening, Time Winters. They all did a really great job in the movie. And the nerd, who, you know, of course. But what I also loved were just the cameos, you know. Just so many great internet people cameos. If you're anywhere on the internet and you're anywhere into, you know, the video game, you know, what do you call that? Spirit, the video game, community. Gonna recognize a lot of people. I thought that the nerd played the nerd, which means, you know, we all know the Angry Video Game Nerd to be this guy reviewing games in his room. He's usually by himself for the most part. Very little interaction with people. The typecast is what defeats him, is because whenever he's talking to someone, he usually responds with, you know, or just, yeah, the same usual nerd routine. So, not to say that his performance was dull in any way, but this is something that they could have better achieved in the writing process of it. If he had bigger interactions with people or anything like that, you know, with fans or with other people. My favorite parts of the movie were special effects, though. Those were awesome. I mean, hardly do you ever see, like, real hard special effects. Those are like, that's not like, right now I'm guessing I'm doing green screen. Who knows? Who knows if something will ever show up behind me. Yeah, so hard special effects are like things like that, you know, green screening, you know, puppetry, animatronics, all that stuff, you know, like not stuff done straight through computers, like I'm gonna CGI myself talking right now. Anyways, some of the hard special effects were awesome, and some of them were so cheesy, but if you could get past that campiness level, then you'll have a great time watching this movie. It is so awesome. Yeah, one of my favorite parts of this movie is a character falls off a cliff, and it's an obvious, like, dummy, but it just looks so bad, it's great. I love it. As for the actual story, I thought the storyline was brilliant. It touched upon a real-life event, and it turned it into this big epic. When the story gets deeper and you start discovering, like, new places, meeting new people and stuff, you really see James's, like, work, like, or outside of the nerd. This is also a double effort with Kevin Finn, though. But he writes, like, you see both their efforts writing for just military people, and I think that's really brilliant to see, like, them work outside of the nerd or outside of, like, their own characters. And anyway, overall, what did I think of the movie? I thought it was very good, very tasteful, lots of fun, but it wasn't the perfect. Given it's a fan-budgeted movie, and it's so hard to even make this, you know. So to do a feature-length film, wow, I have to give him credit. Like, this is the best fan-budgeted movie I've ever seen. It wasn't the greatest movie of all time. It wasn't even the greatest nerd episode, I would say. I've probably had a lot more laughs with his internet stuff, but overall, I'd say very good movie. I'd give it a watch if you're into, like, that movie-going thing. And yeah, it's a good movie. I'd probably give, like, 7 cockburns out of 10. I don't know. One thing I do have to say, though, is going to the premiere, there was a Q&A afterwards, and I'm not a I don't really go to like conventions at all, and this is like my first like big event that I've went to in a long time. Some of the fans during the Q&A are just asking like really dumb questions like, are you serious? Like, do you know the nerd? Oh, if I want to be a filmmaker, so blah 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 blah. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like you're gonna like shout out, I'm a filmmaker, you know, like what are some tips? This isn't a seminar, okay? This is a freaking nerd premiere. He's not here to give you advice. He's here to answer any questions you want about the movie, okay? Like, fans, come on, you know? Like, what the hell's your problem? This is the nerd here. We're living in a time where we feel like we're spoon-fed a lot of things, and whenever we get the chance to talk to someone great, we feel like why should we have this feeling that we're above that in any way, that we should be asking, oh, give me tips, you know, like that's what you're here for. No, have some respect, okay? He showed you the movie. It's nice that you sat through it, and it's nice that you're asking questions, but one of my biggest gripes about that is that it just wasted time, and it wasted other questions that could have been answered. I had a question, but too bad I couldn't answer because I'm gonna get like dislikes for that, definitely. Oh my gosh. Go see it when it comes out. It releases September 2nd for digital release. It's gonna be free. How often does that happen? I don't know. It's a fan budget movie, so I really don't know, but cool. Done. Just cut. Come on, man. I'm waiting for you to cut.